And this is a completely random... Did I get in? Yeah, I got in the right time. This is another community casted game. My name is Limes. On the green side here, I believe this is the pre-made that I did go on to follow. We have, opening up the tab screen, we have the green side, that name which I'm not going to pronounce, on Talia. Macho for the win on Nethagist, Assassin on Aislinn, Sauron on Icor, and Rodax, the amazing Rodax, on the amazing Ukonin, who is actually a pretty good Ukonin. I saw him playing during the Roy Stars match, and he does quite a lot of damage early game, so it'll be interesting to see that being played out. On the red team, we have Elias on Tatiana, Engabelly on Balak there. Some name which I'm not going to pronounce. What is it? It's Strazin. There we go, Strazin on Zai, and JC473 on Icor, and Hirodark on Lazarus. Both teams are going through the jungle as normal, but it does look like green team is going a little bit faster, because I do believe they are the pre-made. I'm unsure if this team is a full pre-made, but to be honest, by the looks of their team composition, yeah, they could be actually. I don't know, but definitely green team is a pre-made, so whatever qualms you have with the matchmaking system could be voiced, I guess, but we're going to ignore that for now. Green team has completed their jungle, while red team is still trying to take out the sapling, as they are down to only 4 people, because Alec did go back early on. JC473, run away! He was gonna die if he doesn't. And Elias is gonna take the buff. Looks like Sauron was gonna try and be a baller, but didn't work. Looks like we do have some action in mid though. Skij. I'm gonna call him Skig, because that's what his name kind of looks like. 3 people mid on the red team. Why not? Tatiana is gonna head top. There's the action. There's a current. Whoa, Rodax being taken out, unfortunately. Was being a bit of a bowler. Macho FTW, sorry, could take the same fate, but he does manage to get away. Rodax was trying to push that tower, and but Engabelly did get a bit of a good crit off. Macho FTW is in a bit of trouble here. There's the teleport spear for the escape. He's gonna get away fine. Mid lane looks like we have Skig and Azazin both in the mid lane. I'm not sure why Talia isn't jungling. She could. Talia can definitely jungle at this level. It looks like she is going to try and take mid lane for some reason. Not quite sure. There's the immobilize. She really doesn't do much damage against this Lazarus here, as he does just life leech off his abilities. Bot lane though, we have Sauron and someone else. No, Sauron is actually soloing, of course, because we do have 2 mid for some reason. Looks like we have some crazy talk going on in the chat here, because they're fairly indecisive with their lanes. Rodax though, fairly low for some reason. I think he probably took a Tatiana combo to the face. Skig, what are you doing? Skig is going to go bottom, finally, leaving the Aislinn to solo mid, which of course is how you play Aislinn. She is definitely a solo mid character. I'm of course kidding. I'm not sure why that Aislinn is in mid lane. But of course, top lane, definitely where you want to put a Nethagist instead of mid. I'm going to stop stop harassing this team, because they've probably had enough of it. I haven't even gone through lane compositions yet. Bot lane red team, we have Icor and Zai. Good lane, good damage to be able to get some early kills, maybe on that Talia fairly easily. Mid lane, Hirodark on the red team, easily gonna have an easy time against Assassin, who was playing Aislinn in the mid lane again. I don't like it, but oh well. Top lane, Enderbelly and Elias, again a pretty offensive lane. Macho FV getting stunned here and taking a bit of damage, but Elias doesn't have any mana to follow up. Redax jumping onto Elias. Wants to get in. Oh, Macho FV with the teleport, with the shackles, could get the kill if he dives for it. There's the dive kill, but just getting away there. Looks like Rodax was taking the damage here, but Enderbelly turn around and take him out. Macho FV down to 100 health, but does get away. A good dive him onto Elias, taking that kill. Leveling out the kill scores 1-1 for both teams. Let's look at mid lane real quick. Zazin actually doing fairly well with the amount of mana regen she has, obviously being able to just spam a heal. Keeps off in the mid lane. This is quite surprising, although this is a pub game. Of course, this is not something you would see in competitive match, as this is very much not a competitive match, might I add. I'm simply playing with the spectator mode because it's fun. Looks like we do have Zai being a bit of a baller, trying to catch out this Skig jungling a bit, aggroing those creeps for some reason, but doesn't want to initiate or anything. Behind Sauron here. He is only level 3, so we won't be able to do much. And Sauron's just kind of standing there, being a little bit offensive. He does take the slow, but he simply stands still, and it's all fine. Although we could have a meet-up here. It looks like Zai does decide to just leave it. Zazan running back when on full health and mana for some reason. Not sure why, maybe to go AFK because that's how you play Aeslin. And Hero Dark's just gonna keep pushing this lane. Top lane is really where most of the action is at the moment. As bot lane is fairly defensive, but eating my own words. Looks like we do have some action here in bot. JC473 popping the Grove and juking them into the bush. He should be able to get away with this. A good juke on his part. Using that Grove to get the invisibility, then just walking in the complete opposite direction that you would believe. Sauron is not going to chase any further. Good getaway there. Good getaway there indeed from the Icor. Absolutely nothing happening in mid because apparently Assassin can hold himself in lane. He does take a lot of damage though from Lazarus. He's gonna have to back out. Top lane, Rodax did die as looks like they are trying to dive Elias. But Macho FE being a bit silly. He's gonna take a lot of damage. 30 health here, he's being chased. He doesn't have his ultimate because he is only level 4. Pops the spear for the teleport. He's gonna get away very fine. With the close call, looks like Skig is gonna come to the mid lane. Not sure why bottom lane was fine for her. But obviously needing some help on Hero Dark as Zazan is playing Aeslin in the mid lane. Of course, it is completely weird. Jumping onto the wrong person there, Skig. Obviously trying to jump into Hero Dark, but hitting Zazan for some reason. Then teleporting just for the laughs. Nether just actually dying up top, which I completely missed because mid lane is a lot more interesting. As Engerbelly and Elasis are just dominating this lane here. Rodax can't do anything or else he will get nuked on. Assassin and Hero Dark auto attacking each other in bot lane. JC473 pushing the tower a little bit. Looks like Strasnik did take quite a bit of damage, so he has the close call. I'm just going to ignore mid lane for a bit as Elias is coming down from the top lane, obviously for a gank. She does sit in this bush. You can see her pushing on. Hero Dark is being a bit of a bait, obviously, trying to force them forward. Oh, but Skig, run away. Zazan, Elias, sorry, is trying to chase, but looks like they're just going to simply go on to Zazan. There's a stun and the nuke for the kill. Easy mode. An easy kill for Elias. Probably would have wanted to get the Talia, but it's not like she is farming much anyway. She's still only level 5. And her items are interesting. She really should be jungling, but oh well. Elias is gonna head back top, sorry. And as Rodax and Macho FTW do push up fairly hard. So she is gonna come behind, jump into the bush. There's the stun and the nuke. Macho FB not able to get the teleport off, but Rodax does jump in, pop the ultimate, and get the kill. Elias not realizing that Rodax was actually there. Full health and mana. She does get taken out though. So drink some water because I'm thirsty. I just realized I still have my music playing, but I really don't care. So I love it. So Rodax and Macho FTW are going to be able to take this tower. First tower of the game for the green team fairly easily. Not sure what Assassin is doing in the chat apart from being silly. But again, Skig just getting completely dominated in this lane. Not sure again why she is laning. She tries to jungle these creeps. does manage to do it with the help from Azazin, of course. And this bot lane, Strasnik and J473 are definitely dominating this lane with a little bit more damage done to this tower. As Hero Dog and Azazin are auto-attacking each other in this mid lane, Azazin decides to run away. So she doesn't want to fight Macho FV though, taking a stun to the face. Ooh, but will he be able to get out? Rodax jumping onto Engerbelly. Engerbelly getting the ult off before Rodax can kill him. Elias one more auto attack and Rodax will be dead. Rodax is just a little bit faster, is able to get away. Literally only 4 movement speed advantage. He does jump away. He is going to be fine. Close call for Rodax. Again, I am actually surprised Aislinn has been doing as well as she has. I believe she is probably running quite a bit of mana regen. She don't think she wolfed into that bush. So, not sure if she saw Hero Dark or not. But bot lane, looks like Skig has decided to take bot lane. Not sure why these two aren't actually going up into this area to actually farm a little bit. Skig is gonna jungle some more. Finally, because that's really what you should be doing with Talia. Early on, she really should be jungled. She is very, very, very weak in the lane. So she really does want to be jungling, especially with the amount of lifesteal she has. Ooh, looks like Azalan's being a bit of a baller, not realizing that Strasnik is actually in this bush. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe waiting for Skig, or just waiting for anything at all. There's the initiation onto Skig, and there's the ultimate. The shield does go on, but it's not enough. Oh, but a clutch ultimate from Azazin there onto Skig. Skig is going to come back. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get away or not. She does decide to run up through the river, but there was a good heal from Azazin, saving her. Skig getting away. Taking a lot of damage from that Oblivion Missile though, because she only has 7 magic resist, which is actually surprising. Although she does have a ring of shielding, which of course will boost her magic resist, armor, and crit reduction, which, yeah, crit reduction would be alright. Looks like Rodax is sitting in this bush, like Zai was, obviously to try and gank this Hero Dark. And he does go in, there's the slow. Oh, but the ultimate from Hero Dark though. Rodax completely wasting his stun, not doing any damage whatsoever. Skig dying in the, actually getting tower dived. But Strasnik, although, being taken out by the tower. Rodax is, missing the stun though. Could have easily gotten that I-core if the stun had hit. Jumping around the battlefield, because that's how you play, that's how you play a Conan. Hero Dark though, doesn't have his ultimate, so you've got to be careful with just running into enemies like that. Looks like we do have 3 mid, but they won't be able to push this tower because there are no creeps there. Top lane though, Macho FTW teleporting to a completely random spear, but it doesn't matter because Elias is on fairly low mana. Ooh, but looks like we do have a fight here in mid though. Rodax diving through the tower to get his ultimate off. Enderbelly actually dying from Sauron's slow. Rodax though, being a baller, really wants Hero Dark, but if JC473 can get his slow off, which he doesn't have the cooldowns required, could have gotten that kill. Top lane, Macho FTW getting Strasnik. Strasnik probably just tail diving. Yeah, 120 health. Strasnik probably just tail dived, thinking he could get the kill. But of course, that never happens because Macho FTW is playing Nethergist, and Nethergist is powerful. Rodax is going to be staying in this mid. He has actually been doing alright, I guess. 2-2-2 on an Conan. His build always interests me. He certainly doesn't go the traditional damage build that you see a lot of people trying. Oh, that was a good stun. He certainly does go the mage style, taking Wild Runners, Lidls, and Orchard Bloodstone. Of course, Amulet of Duality is pretty much good on anyone, so that doesn't even matter. Hero Dark and Rodax here, just kind of meeting up. Rodax doing quite a bit of damage with his abilities, but getting caught out here by I-Core. It's a 2v2 here in this top, this mid lane brush, but looks like Strasnik is coming in as well. Ooh, Rodax getting fairly low. He did pop his ultimate though. Strasnik just getting away, but getting taken out with the delayed damage from Rodax's ultimate. Rodax Ooh, popping the stun. Looks like Skig here getting stunned by Elias. Rodax is gonna have to run away. Skig running through that I-Core slow, nearly dying. Now it's Sauron's turn to get absolutely wailed on. He could actually maybe get taken out. And there's the ultimate. Ooh, ultimate from Engerbelly, not actually getting the kill. Elias wanting to dive. There's the kill onto Rodax, as JC473 was tanking the tower for the team. Green team actually still ahead in kills, but below in money, I believe. That is interesting. Not sure how that happens. Obviously, they have just been farming. Well, obviously, red team has just been farming a little bit better, which they kind of have. They've definitely dominated this mid lane and bot lane. And not really top lane, but looks like Macho FEW in a bit of a trouble here. He does pop the ultimate though and run around in circles. He should be able to get away, maybe with a few kills actually. Strasnik jumping in, not the smartest thing to do. There's the teleport, but Elias popping the shield. She will be fine. Oh, but a huge gank coming out from red team here. Macho FEW is not going to be able to make it out alive from this. Maybe. No, there's the teleport, but he does get slowed. He's definitely going to be taken out here. A huge convergence from the red team onto Macho FVW. Really just wanted to grab that revenge kill. As the rest of green team does come up, but will probably fall the same fate if they're not careful. Though Zazen is fairly tanky. Rodax, unfortunately, isn't as tanky, and he does take a lot of stuff to the face as the ultimate from Elias. But it's not enough, as Rodax did have the shield. Rodax jumping back in, popping the ultimate, but he's very low health. Ooh, there's the Azelin ultimate onto him, just saving him from Hero's Dark's abilities. Now is Zazen and Rodax the only two alive. Sauron being taken out there by JC473. Zazen is going to help Rodax to get out. Not a good team fight there for oh, it was 1-1, I guess. I believe. Yeah, actually, it was 0-0 actually. Take that back. They didn't actually get any kills that fight. Rodax's ultimate really didn't do much at all. And there was an Azelin ult on them, which was saved, but I guess that's just what happens. Azelin ults are there to be used. So green team is going to be defending this tower because they really need to. And red team, I think, is just going to back off, maybe jungle a bit. So both teams 9-9. Red team though does have a tower advantage and a gold advantage. So and they're definitely controlling the map a lot more than green team is, able to just take that jungle buff right under from green team's noses. Oh, and Macho FEW here taking a slow, but actually for popping his own ultimate to get away. There's the teleport as well. Decides to go back into the fight. Hero Dark getting targeted a little bit, but he pops his ultimate. They still decide to chase him. Elias getting pulled in by Skig. She pops her ultimate, but it's not enough. Hero Dark's being chased by Zazen and Macho FTW now, but Strasnik coming up from behind just to drag them off, taking a lot of damage from that dot from Nethagis though. Which is surprising, seeing as much 8 magic resist. Whatever. Macho FEW on Nethagis does have a lot of magic resistance penetration because he is playing Nethagis. Nethagis does have some pretty crazy disciplines for magic penetration. Looks like, oh, that could have been a good stun if it actually hit. It looks like they really do want to force a push onto this tower. Rodax is kind of running in, not really able to do much. Zazen kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, literally, as she does run away with her move speed buff. Looks like Rodax and Zazen are going to be fighting up here like a 3v2. Rodax does pop his ultimate, trying to do as much, but he does just get away. There's an ultimate onto him from Azelin. Will he? Oh, he decides not to run in and die for it. So it could be a bit wasted. There was a good stun there though. Zazen unfortunately going down, followed by Skig. Rodax not actually using the Azelin ult to its full potential. Could have just died for the team, come back with a bit more health. Oh, but there's an ult onto Rodax. Engerbelly just not able to get away. He's running through that I-Core slow, which is probably the worst thing you want to do. Oh, but Strasnik being absolutely silly and trying to dive. Rodax being taken out by Hero Dark, followed up by Sauron. Hero Dark with the double kill. People do not realize how much damage I-Core slow actually does, and how easy it is to counter. You simply press S. It's definitely one of those abilities where you really want to be paying attention to, as it is fairly easily nullified. As if you did not know, it is based on movement, so the further you move, the more damage it does. As you saw that Balak kind of just running through it, and of course being taken out. Red team is going to be able to take this mid tower fairly easily. There is absolutely no resistance from green team, and although here it is very late. Rodax running in on his own, gets stunned instantly, does pop the ultimate, but Elias popping her own ultimate. Rodax getting away on, ooh, like 14 health. Does get taken out by the dots though, and they couldn't follow that with anything, as Skig did pretty much die instantly. Sauron, being an idiot, he will get taken out here. Macho FEW following in. This is just a series of 1v3s for the green team here. Macho FEW does pop his ultimate, but unfortunately no one is behind him, so it's not going to be able to do much. He did pop the spear but didn't teleport to it, and he is diving actually, and then he will meet with a pretty bad fate, as he does get taken out here. Assassin getting ulted by Strasnik. Green team, ooh, decides to ult herself. Red team is just gonna sit around her like a picnic table till she comes back, and there she is. She has no mana, takes ultimates to the face. By ultimates I mean normal abilities, because not a single ult was used on her. And green team just running into a series of 1v3s, not realizing that you gotta kind of converge as a team to really do much damage. Slightly doubting the fact that they are actually a pre-med. I believe they're just a group of 5 people who decided to group up and play a game together, as I don't believe their team is a known pre-med at all, apart from maybe Rodax and Azazin. But Sauron on his own to defend this tower. Macho FEW does decide to come up and help. Rodax though bot lane, does get a dodge. Manages to dodge that yell from Zai there. Diving through the enemy jungle now. Close call for Rodax. Mid lane here's Sauron again, 1v3ing, not realizing that it isn't the smartest moves. Macho FEW, although coming up. Elias getting pulled in by Skig. Macho FEW popping the ultimate. Sauron running away, trying to avoid Hero Dark. Ooh, Skig though not being able to take out Elias. Signature down from JC473, so he's going to be able to get away fairly fine. Green team not able to pull a kill out of that fight at all, and Sauron being a bit silly, running through that, running through the slow, nearly being taken out. Green team is just on the run at the moment, unfortunately completely losing that team fight. Really, it kind of looked like they would be able to turn it around with Skig and Macho FEW coming in to help, but unfortunately Skig just getting taken out really early as she tried to dive a fairly high health and mana Tatiana, which is never good. Hero Dark's just going to be able to take all these creeps because he's Lazarus, and that's what he does, as the creeps die in front of him. Because Lazarus is overpowered. I'm kidding, he really isn't. Looks like Strasnik not standing in the bush properly. They all know he's there. He jumps in. There's the ultimate on Azazin. Azazin, absolutely no chance to pop her ultimate because it's on cooldown. So she is just gonna die fairly easily. Red team with another kill, 21-13, and a 15k goal lead. But Strasnik though, getting absolutely destroyed by Rodax there. Rodax is popping a full combo on him. Very good stun, blink, and ultimate for the delayed kill. Macho FEW not making it over the wall because he didn't wait long enough. And they are not going to be able to get this kill. Hero Dark saying thanks for some reason. Not sure why. Looks like Engerbelly is just going to be pushing this top lane a little bit, as this top lane is actually the lane where Red team doesn't have a single tower. So it's quite an easy farming lane for Balak, as he is able to kind of sit closer to his side of the world, while still being able to get those creep farms. Oh, my throat is sore from this game because I'm absolutely screaming at my computer. Apparently Azazin hates the enemy Zio, which is completely not surprising. Apparently killed him 3 times now, even though he only has 1 kill. As both teams are just kind of farming a little bit, we may look at general team builds at the moment. For the green team, most of the kills are actually on Rodax, 753, and 2 other people with 3 kills. but quite a lot of deaths on everyone as we look on the red team then. Hero Dark with 6 kills, but looks like we do have a fight here. Rodax getting ulted by Strasnik. Strasnik taking another kill. Congratulations, 2nd kill of the game. As I was saying, as we look at red team, all the players actually with a fairly good KD, apart from Strasnik, who of course is 2-7. Unfortunate for him. Definitely not really pulling his weight, but hey, his ultimate is useful, and that's generally what they're using for. Looks like we do have a team fight here. Macho FTW just getting called out again, trying to do a 1v5 or 4, as it was in this case. Sauron following in and dying again. Green team just really absolutely no coordination whatsoever. They really need to get their act together and start moving as a group. They're just getting called out in silly fights like that, just 1v5s and 1v3s and things like that. Looks like we do have a signature from Strasnik, which is absolutely does nothing because Zai's signature is pretty bad. As red team did take that mid tower, I believe Zai did pop his ult just to scare everyone away, even though it's really not that scary. Rodax trying to do as much damage as he can, popping the ultimate, but Elias popping her own ultimate. There's the signature from Balak. Oh, not quite killing anyone. Skig did actually get a ultimate on from Azazin, as red team does just quite easily take this relic. There's the signature from Elias though. Macho FVW following in with the teleport onto Engerbelly, who is going to be taken out here, getting pulled in by Talia. Azazin taking so much damage from that nuke from Elias though. Looks like red team just wants to run out, apart from Hero Dark, because he is a baller, popping the ultimate to get away. Looks like Elias though in a bit of trouble here, taking a lot of slows to the face. She is going to be taken out there with the immobilize, as JC473 is just going to have to run away. Hero Dark running to the side to get away, but believe he does decide to just keep running because he doesn't want to back there in that slightly silly place. So red team definitely able to just push their lead even further, now with about an 8k gold, 8 kill and 20k gold lead, more or less, kind of less. But looks like green team though did actually take one of the buffs, so they do have quite a bit of money now. Hero Dark being at the forefront of this battle. Rodax popping his own ultimate, getting pushed back by Macho FVW, but looks like Skig did actually get taken out by Strasnik here. I'm really liking Strasnik's name, to be honest, as he does come up to the rest of the fight, aiming at Zazin again. Macho FEW popping his own ultimate. Oh, there's the signature from Macho FEW, pulling everyone in. Combined with his ultimate, it's very powerful. Teleporting away, as he doesn't want to get caught in the middle of the fight. There was a signature there from JC473. Close call for Strasnik, as he does manage to get away. As Zazin though, taking a lot of damage. She should be able to get away though, as she does have quite a lot of self-healing. Unfortunately, Sauron not being able to get away now. Sorry, Azazin. I was mistaken. Actually being taken out, of course, because Azazin is playing Azelin and only has 37-32. That's not very high for an Azelin, to be honest. Red team just push in to the base to take out the second relic. Could quite easily backdoor this bottom tower. Skig is not going to be able to do anything about it because Skig is completely underfarmed at the moment, 053. But Macho FV and Rodax could do something about it if... Oh, but there's a jump onto a Enderbelly there, as he does manage to take out Skig, but does get taken out by Rodax. Strasnik coming in to take out Rodax. Macho FTW getting the ultimate to the face. Does get taken out. Strasnik taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he does manage to get away fairly fine. 2 kills for red team and a tower. They're just gonna walk out. But Sauron actually being a bit of a bowler, taking a bit of quite a lot of damage from Elias. Hero Dark though, still just wanted to push the offensive onto this green team, who is pretty much just down to Zazin and Sauron for the next few seconds. Looks like they are actually pushing in fairly hard. Sauron taking the Azelin ultimate, which, oh, he does go down though, so it wasn't wasted. Well, that looks like Strasnik coming in as well, popping the signature, jumping onto Skig, taking a lot of damage from the tower. He's got to be careful, as he does get taken out. Green team here with no real way to push back. There was a tower destroyed, I believe, in one of the lanes. Yes, this tower. Not one of the lanes, in the base. Titan unfortunately going down because Titans are pretty powerful. Looks like Hero Dark. Oh, but Elias getting pulled in and just getting wailed on. Hero Dark trying to come in and save, but he won't be able to do anything. He does pop his ultimate to run away. He is going to get away fairly fine. Looks like Rodax, Assassin, and Skig really want this kill. So they're diving. Oh, they're just going to take the tower. It doesn't even matter. As Rodax and Assassin are actually fairly tanky. Rodax 32 to 20, definitely building that very tanky Conan. Only real damage item in this Ruined Wand, which I do like. I certainly do like the tanky caster kind of a Conan. It's definitely the way to build him. I mean, you build him attack damage and he really doesn't live up to the likes of Talia or Zai or even Kairi. Although we all know Kairi is still overpowered. I'm kidding. She is fine. But definitely a caster style of a Conan is definitely powerful. And this Ruined Wand is definitely good, just to give that little bit of boost to our cooldown reduction, magic penetration, and also attack speed due to his passive level 18 discipline. Looks like Strasnik again coming out from behind to do some damage, jumping onto Assassin, and there's the ultimate, but he is actually the only one there. He does get wailed on, but there's a signature from Balak. Onto the team, Assassin does get taken out, but just manages to get the ult onto Rodax. There was a signature there from Elias. Unfortunately, it only really hit Macho FTW, and he is able to get away. Oh, but there's the slow. Is he gonna walk through it? He does. There's the last chance out, though. Racing across the map like a fucking race car. He's gonna be very fine. Rodax, though, 200 health. But what is Skig doing all the way up here? Skig, you are disappointing. Definitely not helping the team. She is jungling. Decides to actually go back and help the team. How about that? This Topaz Shrine is getting wailed on. Macho FE doesn't have anything unless he has a signature. You could quite easily turn. There's the signature, though. A lot of damage with his ultimate, but will it be enough? Elias might be taken out here with oh, but Rodax just dying. And Skig following up with a death. Definitely, this is good game for the green team. Red team taking the win, which is surprising, as green team was actually a pre-made, but as I said earlier, definitely wasn't a pre-made team, or was just a bunch of randoms, so they decided to get together. So good game for the green team. Red team did win that game. That was a completely random casted game. My name is Limes. Hope you guys enjoyed it.